So we're going to click down and look underneath. And we're going to see that we have no structure underneath, and we're going to build that structure now. All right, first things first, let's look at a bottom view. It is going to be up here. So we have a wall thickness of 1.6. So we're going to go ahead and draw a rectangle, an offset rectangle, 1.6 inside. So we want to do a sketch. And we're going to choose an offset. We're going to offset from this one. And we're going to say negative 1.6. That's that. Now, instead of extruding right away and then pulling back up all those triangles, re-extruding them, we're going to build the triangles into our sketch here and extrude down just once. So let's do that now. Here's how we do it. We're going to want to have a triangle that is 2 millimeters from the center line and 0.8 millimeters high. So let's go plan that out. So first of all, we want to we're going to draw a polygon. And all a polygon is, if you're not familiar with a polygon, is multiple sided shape. So polygon means, poly means a different one. So it's just different sided stuff. You can choose anywhere between 3 for a triangle all the way up to as many numbers as you want for a huge polygon. So it looks like a 5-sided polygon, but we can change that number later. So we're going to use an edge polygon because we want to build it on one of these edges. I don't know where to put it exactly yet. I'm just going to put it here and then go over a little bit and put it there. And then when I come out here, notice it says, hey, you have a 6-sided polygon now. Well, I don't want that. I only want a 3-sided one. So it gives me a 3-sided one. And I'm just going to push enter. Notice it drew a blue one for me because I haven't told it where to put it or how high to put it. So right now, the next thing I'm going to do is just add 3 more of those. One on this side, one on this side, one on this side. So again, create polygon, edge polygon, click, click, 3, enter. Polygon, edge polygon, click, click, 3, enter. Click, click, 3, enter. All right, now I've got to position these. And you'll notice from the positioning that everything is positioned from the center line. So first I've got to figure out where the center line is. And I'll show you how to do that. I'm going to do a construction line because I don't want to be part of the extrusion. I want it just to be on the sheet of paper. And I'm going to go on this line. See how when I get an X, it means I'm on that line. And I'm going to keep going until I see an X with, oh, there it was, an X with a triangle. The triangle shape there means you're in the middle of whatever line you're on. So right there is the midpoint. I'm going to click on that and come straight across to 90 degrees. And again, I see I'm on the midpoint, and I'm going to click on that. That gives me the mid. And I want my triangles to the top of my triangle to be 2 meters from this, 2 millimeters from that line. So next thing I'm going to do is turn off the construction lines. I'm going to hit the dimensioning tool, click on the top of, see how it got all white and glowy? And then click on this line. And I'm going to say I want that to be 2 millimeters. Moved it over. Same thing here. Here to here, I want that to be 2. Awesome. Here to here, I want that to be 2. And here to here, that needs to be 2. So now they're all in the right place, but they're not the right height. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a dimension for the height. I'm going to click on the top of the triangle and then this line on the bottom. And I'm going to pull that out and I'm going to say, okay, that needs to be 0.8. And that needs to be 0.8. And I'm going to say this one and this one needs to be 0.8. And then this one to this line needs to be 0.8. Now I've sized them perfectly. I've positioned them perfectly. Everything is ready to go. All right. And the one other thing, there's 2 holes here. You can see them cut through the shape in this drawing here and that one there. I'm not going to put the holes in because the holes go past where I'm going to extrude down to. All right, now I need to figure out how deep to extrude this. I'm not sure if I have that in the drawing though. I don't have it in the drawing. So we're gonna just eyeball it, how deep to go until we think it's about right. We shouldn't, but I don't want to take the time to do all the drawings for it. Okay, so before I do actually, let's modify this. So let's do some snipping. Let's trim. We don't want this little piece, that piece. You don't want that piece. We don't need those pieces. Although we don't need to snip this. Don't do that. We don't need to snip this if we don't want to. I don't like how it's now. I don't think it really snipped anyway. Why is it not snipping that, I wonder? Oh, that's a dimensioning line. So that's this line right here is what we're looking at. All right. So actually I want to snip this one. Okay. And what that black line left over actually isn't a real line. It's a dimensioning line. All right. So now we're ready to extrude. We're going to take this shape and extrude it down. That's going to leave our wall and our triangles left behind. So I'm going to hit extrude. I'm going to say that shape. And then I'm going to turn it so I can see. And now I'm just going to extrude down manually and see about how far we want to go. You know what? 2 looks pretty good. 2. Yeah, because the nubs are 1.8 to 8. Or 0.8 to 1.8, so 2 will give enough room for the nubs to go into. So I'm going to click OK. It's going to take a second. Oh, I just extruded it. Wow, we've got that done already. And now what we're going to do is we're going to add those 2 circles in, and let's see where they are. So they are 1 millimeter in diameter. They are right on the center line. And notice this, the center is 2.3 from the edge. So we need to remember the numbers 1 and 2.3. Okay. So again, I'm going to create a sketch, and this time I'm going to create on this bottom face down here. That's actually inside my drawing. And I'm going to do a construction line because I want to find that center line again. I'm going to go right to the center. There it is. And then straight down, triangle, center line. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 circles in. And I know they're supposed to be, whoops, turn the construction line off. I wanted to say 1 millimeter. I think that's right. Enter, and I'm going to put another one in. Notice the circle is blue because we haven't told it exactly where on the line it's supposed to be. So 1, enter. I'm going to check that number real quick. Yep, that was right. And now I want them to be 2.3 millimeters away from this outside edge. So I'm going to grab my dimensioning tool, click, click, whoops, click. Nope, it's not wanting to do it. So do I have the dimensioning tool? There we go. Now I do if I didn't before. Okay, now it got bright, so that's ready. There we go. Oh, perfect. And, oh, that's not right. Sorry, not perfect. I grabbed the wrong thing. So I'm going to grab the center here, got bright, grab the very outside, then grab the center. Oh, I don't have the dimensioning tool again. I'm a mess. So here, okay, now it's ready to go. And now, and there it is. And I wanted 2.3. Enter. And then the same thing on this side. So I'm going to grab the center, grab the outside edge, and call that 2.3. Enter. And then I'm going to extrude these and cut a hole with them. So I'm going to say extrude this one and this one. And I'm not going to care how far I go. I just need to go far enough. You can see how I've cut through all the way through now. So I don't have to worry about going any further. I just say, okay, cut through. Awesome. So we have almost all of our components in, right? So we have these 2 little triangles. We have the holes. All we need now is this, right, this bar that goes across the middle here. And it is, if we look on here, it is 1 millimeter high, and it is 1 millimeter wide. That's where I got it. So that's the kind of hidden place. And you'll see how hard it is to model this because it's going to be hidden from us when we go to do stuff. Okay, so back to here. So what I want to do is I want to create a sketch on this surface so I can build the sketch and then extrude it up. When I do that though, watch what happens. It's going to rotate the drawing on me, And now I can't see what I'm doing because I'm trying to look through plastic. So one thing I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to tip it a little bit so I can see what I'm drawing on. There's my space. And I'm going to do a quick project because I'm going to hide the actual piece. I'm going to make it disappear. So I need to have something left behind about where it is so I can find it. So I'm going to do a project. And I'm going to say project this bottom square and these circles for me. And I'm going to say, okay, fantastic. And now when I go to the top view, I could actually just do the drawing, but everything's in the way right now. Like, it's a super nuisance. So I'm just going to turn the body off. That hides the Lego piece. And then I'm going to say, I want it to be, I want it in the middle across this way. So I'm going to grab, right there is perfectly in the middle of that purple line. And then across here is, I'm going to turn construction on because I want a construction line here, is that. So that's my middle. I've marked the middle now. And I want a rectangle to go all the way across, centered on this line. That's 1 millimeter. So I'm going to grab my rectangle tool. I'm going to choose my center rectangle. And I'm going to go right to the middle of this line. And then I'm just going to stretch it out. And notice how it grows both ways. Except I need to turn my construction line off. And I'm going to say this height needs to be 1 millimeter. And click Enter. I now have that piece done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to say extrude, because I'm ready to extrude that bar. And I'm going to turn my body back on because I want to be able to see it when it happens. And so I'm going to click right there. And sure enough, that's the right direction. It's supposed to be 1 millimeter. Boom. And now we are done, and done. So to show me this piece, choose a corner like from one of these corners, the top corner, so I can see your top, and then also choose one of the bottom corners. The choice is up to you which bottom corner to show. Take a screenshot of both those and upload those to Teams so I know you're good on the arch. I hope you enjoyed that. I know I did, and we will see you next time. Bye.